This is the Dell Pro Max 16 Plus. We're going to unbox it straight ahead. Hey guys, it's Al from Techaeris, and I'm back with another laptop unboxing. This is the Dell Pro Max 16 Plus. I was out at IFA for a while last week, and I am now back to doing a couple videos. Sorry I didn't get any videos out at IFA. It was a real heck of a show and real hard time to get anybody to talk on camera. So that was a tough one. But let's get into this unboxing. All right, guys, let's get into this box. This is the Dell Pro Max 16 Plus. This is a business laptop. This is more laptop than I think I'll ever need. And Dell asked if I wanted to take a look at it, and I said yes, just so I can unbox it for you guys. Although I do think that this is quite the machine, and probably not actually targeted at me. So, but you know what? You guys like to see this unboxing, so I figured, well, let's do it. Here we have the charging brick, and that is a big boy. It's a 280 watt brick, and yep, that's quite a bit of power for this machine. And here you have your power cable that goes into the brick. Pretty normal stuff for Dell. Underneath, you just get some paperwork, and that is it, and you get the laptop. Let's take a look at that. All right, comes wrapped in a white plastic sheath bag here, and there it is right there in this familiar Dell grayish color with the Dell logo at the top right here. And it is a very big machine. This is a big, thick machine, I gotta say. Here's the back, Pro Max. There is a lot of venting here on this machine. I can see the fans in there. And you get two rubber feet at the top, one long one at the back, kind of standard fare for Dell Pro Max branding right there in the center. And then I'm gonna turn it around, and we're gonna take a look at the speakers right here. There's speakers, kind of down firing, but actually front firing, right there at the bottom. And you can take the back off. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5, 6 screws that hold on that back. I don't know what the upgradability is. This is a enterprise type machine, so I'm sure there are some options for upgrading. Now let's take a look at the ports and see what we have. On this side, we have the RJ45, we have an HDMI, 2 USB-C Thunderbolt ports, looks like an SD card slot, and that looks like one of those other kind of slots. I'm not quite sure what that is. We'll look that one up. And there's nothing else there, just an LED. And on this side, we get 2 USB-A ports, USB-C Thunderbolt port, a Kensington lock over here, and your headphone jack right there. Let's open this guy up and have a look at the deck and at the display. And there is your deck. Very different keyboard from the previous Dells that I've reviewed here lately. The Zero Lattice keyboard is what Dell's been using with their other SKUs. With this enterprise machine, the keys are very much different. Probably a lot more travel on those. And then you get the full-size numpad right here. You also get a power button with the fingerprint sensor right over there. And this is running the Intel Core Ultra 9, which is a pretty hefty enterprise level chipset. And here is your trackpad. And that is not haptic, that is mechanical, but it feels okay. See what the travel's like here. Very good at the bottom. As we move toward the top, it's actually got pretty good travel all the way across. All right, let's take a look at the display. Wow, that's a good looking display. That is very nice. Let's take a look at the brightness here. I'm almost a sucker for brightness. It was almost at full brightness. It looks like about 90%, and we'll bring that down to about 50, so you guys can see the color on that, so we're not blowing out the camera. So there's your display, and I believe this is a 16-inch display, and we're going to get into all the specific specs of this particular unit in the next section here. Just wanted to do the unboxing real quick so you can get a look at what you can expect in the box. So let's get into the specs and features. All right, guys, let's get into the specs and features of this Dell Pro Max 16 Plus system. Like I said earlier, this unboxing is more of just wanting to show you guys what this beast of a machine is and what it looks like and what the specs are. This is really an enterprise level machine. This is intended for professionals. And one of the things with these enterprise level machines is they are pricey and very expensive. So the thing is, you can order these as one-offs and pay that price, but most businesses will order these in bulk, so they'll get a bulk discount. So the pricing that you see isn't actually going to be the pricing that most businesses will pay. This is a true 16-inch mobile workstation that will replace your desktop. It has an Intel Core Ultra 9 285HX with vPro Enterprise capability. That's 16 cores, 24 threads at 5.5 gigahertz turbo, 55 watt. This particular SKU has 128 gigs of CAM2 6400 megahertz RAM. It's only one stick, mind you, in there, and you can probably upgrade that if you wanted to, but 128 gigs of RAM, that's monstrous. Also has the NVIDIA RTX Pro 5000 Blackwell with 24 gigabytes of GDDR7 memory on board of that guy. RAID 0 with 2 times 1 terabyte Gen 5 SSDs. The display is 16-inch, and it's an OLED display at 3860 by 2400 at 500 nits of brightness. True black. It's a touchscreen with an 8-megapixel IR camera and a microphone. 5G WWAN is available, so you can make this a true mobile workstation and connect it to your favorite carrier and be able to get on the internet without needing to get a hotspot or Wi-Fi. The battery is a 96 watt-hour lithium battery, 6 cell. And the power adapter, like we said already, is a 280 watt USB-C with extended power range. 16 terabytes of total storage capacity. That's massive. You also get 2 Thunderbolt 5 USB-C connectors. SD and smart card are available. Like I said earlier, I didn't know what that slot was. I always forget what that's called, but it's a smart card slot next to the SD card slot. Certified for over 100 industry-leading ISV applications, including TensorFlow, PyTorch, MATLAB, and other AI-specific platforms. It is MIL STD tested, and the base price of these units is $34.88, but I believe this is probably a little more expensive than that. All right, guys, that is it. That's what I wanted to bring you today for another video. I do have more laptops coming that I will do some unboxings on. Gonna be busy. I'm heading out to the Snapdragon Summit, also heading out to an Intel event shortly after there. So, videos are gonna be coming out slow, if at all, during these weeks. I wanted to get some IFA videos out, but just couldn't do it. It was just so busy at the event, and every booth that I went to did not have someone to talk to in English, number one, and then it was just very difficult. So I ended up not even getting any videos out there like I wanted to. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. We are almost at 3,000 followers. We are very near to 2,900, a little over 100 followers to go. I'd appreciate if you guys would not only like the video, but make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you share the video. Make sure you ask people to subscribe. Let's get to 3,000 before the end of the year. That's my goal now. My initial goal was 5,000. I figured we weren't going to make that, but I was shooting for the stars, But let's hit 3,000. I believe we can hit 3,000 by the end of this year. Please help me get to that goal, and I'll very much appreciate that. So in the meantime, just make sure that you take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will talk to you on the other side.